Governor Holcomb only. Okay, so you won by significant margin over the other two candidates. But the Libertarian candidate got 12% of the vote. 12% of the vote. How is that possible? Because you suck so much that Libertarians get 12% of the vote? Like, Joe Jorgensen got like 1 to 2% of the vote nationally. Because your lockdown policies suck so brutally that Libertarians got 12% of the vote. The true lockdown candidate, of course, was the Democrat candidate. And I'm glad Eric Holcomb won over the Democrat candidate because I don't know. If you were to look at the comment sections in anything on all Eric Holcomb's advertisements on Facebook, you'll see Donald Rainwater all over the place. And that's just because Libertarians tend to spam the comments, and that's not an indicator at all of who's going to win. But holy shit, like 12% of the vote. Congratulations, Donald Rainwater. Unfortunately, this is not fusion voting like New York, so I think it's called fusion voting, where a candidate can run on multiple platforms, but the Libertarians could have put Holcomb on the with an L next to his name if he took up certain platforms like being anti-lockdown. And yes, you shut down Indiana, even though in the last debate you argued that you didn't shut down Indiana. It was never really a shutdown. Holy crap, that Democrat candidate was scary as hell. Like, he was ready to usher in that dark winter that Biden promised. And Biden is most likely going to win the national election, which is a real problem. Like, at first, if the counting stopped right now, of course Trump would win, but the counting hasn't stopped. But you know, stranger things have happened. It doesn't mean that like all the votes that are coming in are all going to Biden. I mean, Biden would have to win a 2-1 to 3-1 margin on all the remaining votes in Pennsylvania to win. That's not going to happen. Trump's going to win Pennsylvania, and it's kind of likely that one other state would flip towards Trump. That's unexpected, or that he would maintain the margin. That's unexpected, but I'm happy that Holcomb beat out the Democrat. I voted for Rainwater. I would never vote for Holcomb because of his drug policies are horrendous. He doesn't respect the Constitution, the 9th or 10th Amendment, like Donald Rainwater does. He probably doesn't even know how to handle someone who respects the Constitution at the state level. He has no balls, but I'm glad it wasn't the Democrat. And that's a sad, sad thing to say. I actually voted for Trump, too, which I never thought I would do, ever, because Trump was always sold as this racist candidate. But when you look at Biden, you look at the 94 Crimes Bill, you look at his pro-segregation stance back at... Okay, he wasn't pro-segregation. He was anti-busing integration. So, if you look at those stances, and you look that he eulogized Strom Thurmond, a congressional candidate of West Virginia who's part of the KKK. He was a Cyclops or something like that. KKK has all these weird designations. It's pretty horrible that the Democrats would put someone like that, and the running mate being Kamala Harris, which was a strong signal to the country that Joe Biden wants to be law and order. He wants to be law and order, but he would never come out and say it. So the campaigning technique was kind of brilliant. He would put Kamala Harris as vice president and just speak and move towards the center on things like fracking in order to entice Pennsylvania, which he did not. But there's always this movement towards the center once you're past the primaries and the caucuses and stuff like that. If the candidates don't move towards the center, they're not going to attract the necessary votes on the other side that they need in order to win the entire election. So moving towards the center is important. But It turns out Donald Trump is really good on many different things, including not starting new wars. Chip Spangler actually commented on my last video, and he kind of called me out a little effectively because I didn't realize Donald Trump bombed Afghanistan in record numbers. But he didn't start any new wars, which is good. And he decreased the man hours necessary for regulatory compliance within the bureaucracy of the federal government, which is good. There's a lot of good things about Donald Trump, and all I kept hearing over and over again from everyone in the world is that he's just this unintelligent racist, when in fact he is a masterful troll and has done a lot for criminal justice reform and stuff like that. Not enough, but a lot. And I really wish Donald Trump takes this, but if he doesn't, I think I've made peace with it. So it is whatever. It's whatevs.